The most toothed animal in the world. With 15,000 teeth, this is the most toothed species in the world. Make sure you are surprised when this new species is the most teeth in the world, not sharks or crocodiles. Hippo what? If asked what is the most teeth in the world, you will answer, these are sharks, crocodiles, whale sharks, but if so then you are completely wrong. It should be made clear that the teeth here are not just the teeth in the mouth but the whole of the organism. But then you should stand firm because you will be shocked to know this fact. The most toothed creature in the world will be a species you cannot imagine, a snail. A snail. According to statistics, they have between 2,000 and 15,000 tiny teeth that scientists call microteeth. These microteeth are chitin, which form the outer skeleton of arthropods, insects and crustaceans, and this substance makes them look like a shell. These teeth are arranged in rows on muscles called radula, an organ similar to the human tongue, and used to scrape rocks, for microalgae, plants, or even other animals to retrieve them. Food. For this species, teeth are not used for human chewing or to snatch prey as in predators, which are used to scrape and thin food. According to a survey by the University of Portsmouth School of Engineering in Great Britain, these microteeth have the same strong resistance to the superhuman materials that humans have produced. These microteeth have the same strong resistance to ultra-hard materials. This finding has helped scientists to study the secrets of tooth strength because its mineral fibers are pressed into a very solid structure. Scientists estimate the average strength of a tooth is about 5 GPa, the equivalent of the pressure to turn carbon into diamonds beneath Earth's crust. For vertebrates, sharks, and dolphins, the two species top the list of their teeth. There are shark species with about 60 teeth, including teeth in the upper and lower jaw. In humans, the average number of teeth is 28 to 32. In white sharks, the number of teeth is up to an amazing number, 50 times that of other sharks. They have up to 3,000 triangular teeth, serrated and very sharp, about 7.5 centimeters, grow in the jaw and slightly tilted in. Their teeth can form a force of 3 tons per square centimeter for each bite. However, a shark can lose about 30,000 teeth during its life cycle. Whenever it falls off a tooth, another tooth grows up instead. When hunting, white sharks often produce a very strong impact between them and prey, so it's no surprise that we often find their teeth on the seabed. Dolphins are also a large number of teeth, ranging from 80 to 100. Although well known for their friendly and obedient image, dolphins are also predators of shark-like predators, and they often use teeth to feed their prey and food. Does a species make more teeth that will produce a stronger bite force? The answer is no. The fact that a bite is not related to the number of teeth. For example, a 115 kilograms, 30-toothed bear produces a powerful force equivalent to that of a white shark with about 3,000 teeth and a weight of 2,250 kilograms. In the case of humans, the teeth of a person weighing about 70 kilograms and having a total of 32 teeth are only 1/5 the teeth of animals of the same weight. Ten endangered species of ancient times have a hope of resurrection. One tiger tooth, extinct 10,000 years ago, its DNA is perfectly preserved. The fangs of this myth would be a wonder to watch. There are specimens collected after La Brea tar pits, Los Angeles, but DNA sampling from La Brea tar pits is very difficult, so there are still no humans. Separate the DNA sequence of the toothed sword. Two dodo, extinct from 1,690 years ago. Scientists now have only one fragment of dodo-like DNA, since it is not even a little bit about the DNA of this bird, but still have the opportunity to find. If the DNA of this bird could be found, scientists could use DNA to create a gene pool, then plant the pigeon's body, helping to restore the extinct bird. Three Tasmanian tigers, before 1936 completely extinct. In 1936, the Tasmanian tiger, also known as the last fox, died at Hobart Zoo, Australia. Tasmanian tigers have been preserving organs for less than 100 years, which means that experts can obtain high-quality DNA, and in the near future may form a complete sequence of genomes. Recovering marsupial species such as the Tasmanian tiger is probably much easier than with other mammals. Four carved animals. South American animals have gone extinct for 11,000 years. This giant Volkswagen Beetle has a long, pointed tail like a stick. It attracted attention in the villages of South America, because there are no frozen rhinoceros, and in order to get the right DNA, scientists must find a perfectly preserved carrot specimen in a cool, dry cave. In addition, scientists have encountered a more difficult problem. The fetus's most suitable fetus is difficult to reach, as heavy as the giant tattoo. Five people in the cave, extinct 25,000 years ago. To get a good quality gene pool, such as a gene pool that is comparable to that of the black gibbon, said Svante Paabo, of the Max Planck Institute for Human Evolutionary Research, Leipzig, Germany, it may take up to 2 years or more. He and his colleagues hope the gene pool will give us a better understanding of the differences that exist between humans and their relatives. Furthermore, they also said that they could use this gene combination to resurrect Antir, because the Andeaners have a blood relation very close to humans. Thus, human beings will be the donor egg and pregnant ideal. Six short-faced bear was extinct 11,000 years ago. When the face bear is short, the height may be 1/3 the height of the polar bear, and the body weight can reach 1 ton. Because their bodies are preserved in the frozen regions, scientists will most likely be able to detect their DNA sequences. Seven Ireland, extinct 7,700 years ago. Strictly speaking, deer is a deer rather than a deer. The most closely related species is a very small deer. About 1,000 years ago, they each evolved in a different way. So far, it has been difficult to figure out how to make this complete deer complex to become a viable respiratory organ. Giant ostrich, completely extinct around the 1850s. Scientists have been able to collect the ostrich DNA of the ostrich, even their eggs, perfectly preserved in New Zealand caves, from which the gene pool can be utilized. The resurrection of the giant bird, about 3 meters high, is very attractive to scientists. Ostriches are the distal cousins of the giant ostrich, but the ostrich eggs are capable of finding the giant ostrich's genus. Bird breeding has not been successful yet, but the most likely way to do so is to change the ostrich embryo into an embryo of the giant ostrich. Nine long rhinoceros, extinct 10,000 years ago. Like mammoths, Rhinoceros. Long-haired rhinoceros samples are abundant, feathers, horns, and nails are available. The scientists used a cleanser to clean the parts, remove the contaminated DNA and contaminate it, then the solvent used to extract the pure DNA of the long-haired rhinoceros. Therefore, it is very likely that genetic experts will publish the complete genome of this species. Ten giant lazy swamp, extinct 8,000 years ago. Lazy giant 6 m high, weighs 4 tons, not long ago. This means that scientists can find their hair samples, because hair samples are a very good source of DNA. Now, Hedrick of the University of Megathon, Canada has extracted DNA from fossilized dung of gigantic species of lazy 30,000 years ago. Things you do not know about the French bull. Bull French, the most gentle breed in the bulldog family. In fact, bulldogs are always by default aggressive. Like the British Bull or Pit Bull, these are the blood-bred dogs. But Bull France has a smoother history. They appeared in the 1860s, the period of bloody sports such as dog fighting was banned in a number of European countries. In addition, because of their small appearance, they are not raised to possess combat abilities, so, right from the appearance, they were brought out, gentle, only the effect of the scene and keep the house only. The name Bull French also has a rather complicated history. Initially, they were named bulldogs, because their ancestors were the bulldogs of England. However, the British disagreed, because the name was their cultural symbol, and they did not want to create confusion. Ultimately, the French forced the French Bulldog, or Bull France, to distinguish clearly. Today, the small body and charms in particular have led the bull to the top of the most popular breeds in the world. They are quite funny, often see themselves as the owner of the house, want to be noticed, want to be loved. They are also a breed of dog that is encouraged by a lot of professionals to feed their children because it is so gentle and very child-friendly. There is a downside, due to the nature of their reproduction is very difficult, so the French Bull is considered a rare breed and very expensive. Estimated on the market, a French Bull full papers must be priced from $1,500 to $3,000. Dogs are aggressive or not due to the way the owner. Bull France is very gentle and almost never bite people if not teased too much momentum. However, dogs are the same, they are animals. Although tame and live with humans for thousands of years, they retain their genetic traits from ancient ancestors, so, sometimes they can become aggressive. But the real problem lies in human beings, their owners. Even Pit Bull would be very gentle, unless people teach them to be aggressive. Similarly, the Golden or Labrador, even the Corgi, the most benign breed in the world, can attack humans without proper training. In the case of the French Bull, they are a sweet, funny dog, but quite active and playful. They may consider themselves the center of attention, never wanting to be ignored, or left alone. If that is the case, the ability to form aggressive character can also occur. It should be made clear, however, that with the shape of the French Bull, it is hard to leave a dangerous wound in spite of human attacks. It is important for the victim to take care of the wound very carefully, since the mouth of the dog is an aggressive organ, which is extremely susceptible to infection. In conclusion, it is important to understand that when breeding any animal, teaching them well is most important. A child who has not been molded since childhood may be overly aggressive when growing up. Dogs are like children, need to be loved and taught carefully.